Hey you guys, it's me Noah here with IntegralBricks, bringing you a quick overview of some custom Game of Thrones minifigures that I made. So this is obviously inspired because the Game of Thrones Season 8 finale season is just about to come out, and I'm super excited for it. I've never actually made LEGO custom minifigures before, but I've always wanted to, and these Game of Thrones ones seemed like the perfect chance for me to get started. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So I made the scene where they go beyond the wall to the lake and trying to retrieve one of the White Walkers from Season 7. It's an awesome scene, one of my favorites. It includes some of my favorite minifigures of all time. In fact, if Grey Worm was there, I'm pretty sure it would have included all of my favorite characters. But the first minifigure we've got is Jon Snow here. So, as you guys can see, a lot of the custom minifigures in this video will have these custom little almost like felt cloths wrapped around them because they're all wearing very heavy jackets and wool coats because they go beyond the wall and it's very cold. So the hardest thing to do is find a good sword that looked like Longclaw for Jon Snow, but I think this one is probably the best we're going to get with LEGO without actually custom molding something. I had to get Jon's beard and mustache and create like a brownish black hair. I started with just a regular brown hair from the Qui-Gon Jinn minifigure from Star Wars, and then I colored in most of it black with some slight accents of brown left. So this is Jon Snow. I think it came out pretty cool. Underneath him is just a regular castle minifigure torso, so I think that one worked out pretty well. Next we have Tormund Giantsbane, one of the wildlings that Jon rescued, and he's become a close ally of Jon, helped him fight against Ramsay Bolton. I believe in the scene he is dual wielding some weapons, so I gave him two weapons here, a small sword and an axe. He has a lot going on in the head region because, you know, this little beard here had to be hooked around the minifigure's head, and then the hair as well as 3 capes. So there really wasn't that much to connect back there, so that's why he doesn't have the same level of wool coat as Jon does, and the rest of the minifigures do, but I actually think he came out pretty cool. I used Ron Weasley's hair to get that kind of dark orange, and then I believe this beard came from one of the dwarfs from Lord of the Rings. Next we have the two from the Brotherhood Without Banners. We have Thoros and Beric Dondarrion. Right here, as you can see, we have Thoros with X'd out eyes because he does unfortunately freeze to death in the scene, so I thought it would be kind of appropriate to have little X'd out eyes for the actual mock that I'm building back there. But we can see over here Beric's got his fire sword that he lights up. This is kind of the best way I could do it. It's a regular lightsaber piece, and then one of the older color dark orange translucent fire pieces. The newer ones are a lot clearer, so it doesn't really give the look I wanted, but this one worked out much better. I kind of wish I had a better hair piece for Beric and also Thoros, but besides that, I think they came out very well. This is actually the same torso piece that Jon has, but you can just see it a little bit more because I left more of it exposed. Then on to my personal favorite Game of Thrones character, the Hound, Sandor Clegane. So here, we gave him the big axe that Gendry made, and the Hound is wearing also the same torso as Jon and Beric. The only thing is he's got it mostly covered. So he's wielding the giant hammer that he uses to smash the ice, and I went ahead and scraped off a good portion of the left side of his face. Yeah, I think it's the left side of his face. Anyway, I scraped off parts of the side of his face to represent the burn that he has, and I also used the Qui-Gon Jinn hairpiece because I think it works very well with the Hound. I kind of wish that there was a way to make LEGO minifigures just slightly taller because he's a very tall character, he's a very big guy in the show, but there's not really a way for that, so we're just going to have to do with this, but I think it came out very well. This minifigure headpiece was almost perfect. I didn't have to customize it at all besides the scratching for the burn, and I think it looks very good. And then the final character of Jon's search party crew is Ser Jorah. As you can see right here, I got this hair piece, this kind of brownish tan hair piece from director Krennic from the Star Wars set, and I have him with a Jedi robe as well as some wool coating. I think it looks very good. He also dual wields 2 of the, what are they called? The obsidian daggers that can defeat White Walkers, so that's what I have here. That's what I have him using. The minifigure headpiece, I believe, comes from Boba Fett. It has some of the facial hair that looks like Jorah, so I thought that was a pretty good fit for that headpiece as well. Now on to probably the coolest two minifigures. We have the Night King and the White Walker. So this Lego skeleton horse came from a Harry Potter set. I believe they're called Thestrals in that universe. But these two minifigures I got from eBay. I did not actually make them. I wish I could say that I made them, but I didn't. I believe they're not Lego brand. They're some third-party custom molded pieces, but they look amazing. Look at all the detailing, even on the feet here, on the leg piece, the head. The only thing that I think is not perfect is the crown. I wish it was the same color as his head, but I can't really complain. And there's the back. It even has back leg printing, which Lego doesn't even do. So that's what the Night King looks like. It's an awesome minifigure to add to my collection. It was actually very cheap on eBay as well. And here's the White Walker. This one also has printing on the front of his legs, and actually not the back, but the sides of his arms actually have printing. Even though it's not too detailed, they decided to go ahead and add those little details there. So what can you say? It was a great deal that I found, and I actually really like these figures a lot. Finally, we have the crew's rescuer, Daenerys Targaryen. This came from a Lego Princess piece, and I'm not exactly sure what set it's from because I got it a long time ago. But it's like a dress, so it fits very well with Daenerys. I used Hermione Granger's face, and then a blonde Lego wig piece, which looks very cool. There's not too much to say besides that. I did give her like a little scarf, a wool scarf, but she wasn't in the scene for as long, so she doesn't really have the same kind of jacket as Jon and his crew. And then the very final custom figure is right here. We have Daenerys His Dragon. So I got this design. I referenced someone else's design that was from a Lego Ideas project that didn't quite make it through, but there were no instructions or anything. I just looked at it and I thought it was good. So I'd never made a Lego dragon before, so this is my very first attempt. So go easy on me, but I think it came out very, very good. There's room on the back for everyone to sit, as you can see in my final mock video. And I have some of the red accents on Drogon as well, so I think it actually looks pretty cool. Daenerys looks, she fits well on it. It's to scale pretty much, so that's always good when you're building a Lego project. The legs move, the wings move, and so does the tail. So there's Drogon and the rest of the crew. So this has been really fun. I've never actually built custom Lego minifigures before, and I definitely hope to do it again. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for more Lego videos, and I'll see you soon.